Hi, today we're going to make some mozzarella pizza balls, and this is a really easy recipe, so don't worry if you think it's going to be too hard, because it's not going to be. So the ingredients that you need 1 pound of refrigerated pizza dough. You can buy yours or make yours from scratch. I bought mine. You need parsley, rosemary, some mozzarella sticks, a stick of butter, parmesan, an egg, and marinara sauce for later. So first we have to preheat the oven to 450. Next, you take your baking sheet. You can line it with parchment paper or a silicone sheet. I'm using a silicone sheet. Now, we're going to take your mozzarella sticks and we're going to cut them. So now, right before we cut our mozzarella sticks, we're going to go and wash our hands. Okay, so now you need a knife and you're just going to cut them into 1-inch pieces. And set them aside for later. When you put the mozzarella in the pizza dough, if you don't have enough mozzarella, you can always go back and cut some more. Okay, so now we need to get some flour. So now I have my flour, and I'm going to put some flour on a surface so the pizza dough doesn't stick. Okay, that should be good. So now I take my pizza dough and you have to cut it into 2 pieces. Okay, so now we have to stretch both of them into a rectangle. Doesn't have to be a perfect rectangle, it just has to be some sort of rectangle shape. It can be a square or... So now I have 2 rectangle-like shapes. So now we need to cut them into 2-inch squares. So once you have your 2-inch square, you just place it on your pan. Remember, you don't want the pizza dough to be too thick, or you're going to have a lot more pizza dough than cheese. Okay, so now we take your mozzarella and you place it in the center of the dough, and you can just kind of roll them out into a ball, and it should look like that. And you just continue doing that with all of your pieces of dough. Okay, so now you place them in a shape. Any shape, can be letter or so now you take your egg and you crack it into a bowl. And now we have to wash our hands because egg is very bad for you. Raw egg is very bad for you. Okay, so now we need a tablespoon, and we get 1 tablespoon of water, and you place it with your egg. And now I'm going to use this to whisk up my egg, and we're making an egg wash to go on top of the pizza balls. Just mix it all up. Okay, that should be good. So now we're gonna take the egg wash that we just made, and we're gonna place the egg wash on the pizza balls. So when it comes out of the oven, it will be nice and shiny. And it should be very shiny and okay. So now that we've put the egg wash on the pizza balls, and we're gonna bake them until they're golden, and that will take about 15 to 20 minutes. So now we're gonna make the herb butter sauce to go on top of the pizza balls when they're done. So you can do this while they're baking in the oven. So now you need one tablespoon of parsley, but it's about yeah, 1 tablespoon. So now we have to chop them really small. Okay, so once you've chopped all the parsley, you should place it in a bowl. And Also chop the rosemary because you don't want big pieces of rosemary at once. So chop tablespoon of rosemary. And make sure you have a tablespoon. And place it in the bowl with. So now we're gonna take, you can also do the same thing with a tablespoon of basil if you want, but I'm not gonna do that. So now you're gonna take the butter and you're gonna melt it. So place it in a bowl that's microwave. I melted my butter. It took about 30 seconds, but I did mine in 2 intervals, one with 20 seconds and one with 10, so it doesn't explode. So, and then I put all my herbs that we just chopped up into the butter, and you can mix it up. It should look a little bit like this. So now you need half a cup of parmesan. I'm just gonna get half a cup of measure, and I'm gonna so now I have my parmesan and I'm gonna put it in the half a cup. So I just put my parmesan in the half a cup and I'm gonna put it all into the butter and herbs mixture that we just made, and I'm gonna mix it all up until it makes this kind of thick sauce. Okay, so mine looks like this. It's thick and ready. So mine just came out of the oven. It looks so good and there's cheese pouring out of the sides. So now we're gonna take that herb and butter sauce and we're gonna put it and drip it all over this. You can put as much as you think you want. So now there is only one thing left to do, and that is you just have to get a bowl and put some marinara sauce into it and then heat it up and then you can put it on there for serving. So you can put your marinara sauce in the microwave, but I'm not going to, because if you are going to put it in the microwave, you put it into for 10-second intervals until you think it's warm enough, and you stir it in between. So now you're gonna move your pizza balls onto a plate, And you can put your bowl right next to it, and it's all ready for eating. It's good.